This segment is about the pH test. So the pH test you'll get out from your big main test kit. It is going to have a black box with it. It's going to have a color wheel in an envelope that you'll need to take out by touching it on the edges. Open the door of the black box. Put the color wheel so that the markings are facing out to you. Close the door. pH test is also going to have 2 plastic test tubes. They might or might not come with plastic caps. The caps are just for storage. They're not used for shaking or mixing or anything. You can just put them back in the kit. You are also going to use a wide range 4 pH indicator solution. That's going to be your liquid reagent that you're going to use. So as always, rinse procedure. So rinse both test tubes with deionized water 3 times. Again, not touching the squirt bottle to either of the test tubes. Just squirt on the insides of the test tubes. It doesn't take much water. And shake off the extra liquid. Then you're also going to rinse with creek water. So again, remember and stir your sample water very good. Pull out a syringe full of water. Rinse both test tubes with the creek water sample. This is going to rinse out any of the deionized water. Again, the deionized water, there's nothing in it, it's just wetness, but it might slightly dilute your sample, would be about the only thing. So rinse with creek water. One of the tubes you're going to fill to the 5 milliliter mark. That's the bottom line between the clear and the fogged part. Always fill at eye level. So you're filling with creek water to the 5 milliliter mark. And you're going to insert that tube with just creek water in the outside hole. The inside tube you're going to again fill with 5 milliliters with creek water. But this inside tube you're going to add 6 drops of the pH indicator solution to that inside test tube. So again, make certain that the dropper is at least half full. Hold the dropper straight up and down. You're going to add your 6 drops all at once. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You're going to swirl or agitate so that the solution is one solid color, just like so. Put that on in the inside opening, and then reading this, you need to hold it up to a light or a white background like on the table, and you're going to spin the wheel and make certain that the colors match up. If they don't match up exactly, then you can interpolate. That means pick a number that's in between the different color splotches, and this one has it's pretty gosh darn close to 8.0. It might have a little bit of a tinge of green to it, so I might call this 7.9 as far as our answer for our pH test. So that's our first test. Again, we need to have repeatability, so you need to test the creek water 2nd time. So the only test tube that you need to empty is the one that was in the center hole that you put the reagent in. So empty that into the liquid waste. Rinse 3 times really well with deionized water. That's going to get out the first test water with the reagents. So we're starting with the fresh palette again. Then you're going to rinse 3 times with creek water from your syringe. It's going to rinse out any of the deionized water. Again, you're going to fill this test tube up to that bottom fogged line. That's the 5 milliliters, always at eye level. That was a little bit too much, so I need to empty off a little bit. Now I've poured off too much, so we will fill some more creek water so we can get it right to that 5 milliliter line. There we go. Then that center tube is what you're going to add your 6 drops to. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Swirling your test tube so it's all one color. Take your reading on our second creek water test, and it's sitting pretty close to 8.0. Probably say 7.9 again. So as far as repeatability on the pH test, you want to be within 0.3 of between the two, between the first and second creek water test. You want to be about 0.3 at most difference on your readings. If you're more than that, then test a third time, take the best of the two, and that should do it for you.